Good morning all. So the video that I recorded in college talking through how to set up a plant, there was something I encountered that I didn't really know what was causing it, and that was that you weren't able to change parameters for the plant in the object info palette as you used to be. Vectorworks 2022 has just come out and I've only just started using it. Just done some digging onto what caused that, so this is kind of an addendum to that video. So I'll just run through setting up a plant again. So I've got my circle, draw a circle on the page, landmark, create plant style from selection, and I'm just going to call it Auntie McPlant. Not feeling very adventurous this morning. So I'll run through it quickly again, same thing as the previous video. So the plant style name and the Latin name and the common name are all going to be the same thing. Scheduled size, so plant tag ID updates automatically. Scheduled size 2 litres or whatever, root or tree or whatever. These I can ignore. This is only if you want to say they didn't have Planty McPlant and I wanted Mrs. Planty McPlanterson. I just put a note here to, any replacements and stuff like that. Any particular, must be in flower or, whatever notes you need to put in for the nursery. Size and spacing, so that's the spread of my plant. Let's call it 500 mil. Make it 500 mil high. The spacing, spacing by distance, yep, so fixed spacing. I mean, this whole, you'll see on the videos on YouTube, this whole section has become more and more complicated. There's a few things that they've changed that to me don't make a great deal of sense. But anyway, so I'm just going to run through these quickly. So spacing, you'll generally always have fixed spacing, and if you want the edges of the plants to be touching, it will be the same as the spread, i.e. you'll have no overlap. To have a 50 mil overlap, I'll put in 450. Insertions options, yup, include on plant list, yup, the graphics is fine. That's just what I drew. I could have drawn anything. So when I drew the circle and gone to landmark, create plant style from selection, I could have drawn a robot, or a fern or a dog or whatever, a triangle or a square or something. So for bulbs, you might end up, drawing different shapes rather than a circle. Appearance, so this apply fill across plant grouping. This used to be called mass plant. So on the YouTube video, and you'll see on that other video, I was a bit like, oh, where is this thing? And then I realized they've renamed it, and I've since found out no one else is very happy about it either. Anyway, mass outline, I'm going to put tight outline, and none of this I'm going to bother touching. The tick style, that's for the mark in the centre of the plant. So for now, I'll leave that off. Root zones, I do not want to show any root zones, so I'm going to set that to none. And the rest of it, I think I can ignore that. Tag, I'm going to leave that off because I will put it on later. Now, I press OK. There's my plant style. It's still got that little circle in there, and I can't remember how I got rid of that yesterday. So I double click on the plant, I go to style, I go OK. Just going to go back to this root zone thing. Planting excavation. God, what a pain it is. I might just ignore that for now. I'm just going to ignore that for now. Anyway, as you can see, you can't change anything here. It used to be the case that you could scroll down here and anything that you wanted to change, you could change it by plant. So you'd set up your plant style, which would be Salvia caridona or planting plant or whatever it is, and then you could go around here and you could change the spread. So for each plant, although the style was fixed at a 500 mil spread, you could then go in and individually change plants or whatever with the object info palette. This includes, changing names and ticking the mass planting box. You could fiddle around with the tags. So as you can see now, it's all greyed out. The reason for that, and the point of this video, is to say, so I'm going to double click back, I'm going to go to style. These boxes here, so when it looks like this is the kind of the style icon. You'll see it if you're using classes, you'll see a similar icon if you change things down on the attributes palette. So if you want to be able to change things on this object info palette, you will need to click here Are you want to mark this value? Are you sure you want to mark this value by instance? No, I'm not, because actually the Latin name and the common name are going to be fixed. Scheduled size is going to be fixed. Size and spacing, yeah, maybe I'll do the spread and maybe I'll do the spacing. Height doesn't really matter. The insertion options, that's all fine. But also I want to be able to change this plant grouping, or mass plants as it should be called. I will change this outline, and the tag, I want to be able to change everything related to the tag. And yeah, that one and that one and that and that. And we'll just have all of these that I can change. So now when I press OK, you'll see that these are no longer grayed out. So what that means is if I just get my planty tool and go here and select planting at plant, I'm just going to go and put some of these in. When you're placing plants, another tip, you'll see I have pressed, the key is a tilde key. On the Mac, it's like the bottom left-hand side of the keyboard, not quite the bottom left-hand side above the control key. I think it's somewhere else on a PC, but that suspends the snapping. So you'll see as I hold it down, that's all suspended. Right, double click, got my group of plants, and now I can turn things on and off. So that, whatever the hell these bloody circles are in the middle, you can see that that's grouped them all together. And if I put the tag on, so what I would recommend, as I said in the other video, as I probably said in the videos that I made in 2018, get all your plants in, do them in colour, nice, you know, it's nice to see what's happening and you can see the rhythm and the flow of the planting. Then select all your plants, put the tags on, left, and there you go, you'll get your tag up and then you can fiddle around with it here. Generally, you just want quantity and common name, but I put my Latin name in my common name, so that's fine, but you could do that. And you can change, I think, the direction. Tag display, no, let's have tag display right. There you go. So yeah, get all your plants involved. Otherwise what happens, you spend ages lining up your tags, then you change some plants, and then you have to spend bloody ages shuffling them all around. You know, when you get a big area, that kind of stuff takes ages. Anyway, hopefully that is helpful. I'll upload this to my YouTube now and send you all the videos from this week. Right, thanks, bye.